Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we have after market close on Tuesday, September 5th. We're going to take a look at MULN today. So we will mostly make this about the chart, but today in the news, Mullen had its last day for the stock to regain NASDAQ compliance, and that led it into a bit of a wild day here. So back in May, Mullen stock closed at or above $1 for 10 consecutive business days, following a 1-for-25 reverse stock split. Later on, it initiated a 1-for-29 reverse split, resulting in a cumulative reverse split ratio of 1-for-225. However, the company remains on the NASDAQ's non-compliant companies list to this day. As a result, we can assume that NASDAQ requires Mullen to close at or above $1 for more than 10 consecutive business days. Today is September 5th, which means that Mullen did not regain compliance by the deadline. They say assume in here, so I would just take this with a grain of salt, though, it seems like it could be sort of spot on. So NASDAQ had said this in March. If the compliance cannot be demonstrated by September 5th, staff will provide written notification that the company's securities will be delisted. At that time, it can appeal. So here it basically says that it's expected that that's the best path forward, that Mullen will appeal. They could also try to initiate another reverse split. However, any company that affects a reverse split with a cumulative ratio of 250 shares or more to 1 over the past 2 years is not eligible for a compliance period, and the listing qualifications department shall issue a staff delisting determination under Rule 5810 with respect to that security. They also initiated a $25 million buyback program to boost its share price, which expires on December 31st. As of August 29th, the company had bought back $5.61 million worth of shares. CEO said, as I've stated in many prior occasions, I believe that our stock is undervalued. The company has a strong balance sheet and will continue to execute on our business plan, including our recent Class 3 production start with the first vehicles rolling off the line. So you can find a lot more on that and what sort of people think about that on Twitter or X, whatever. So that's all the time I'm going to spend on it here. A couple of minutes, and let's get into the chart. So as it stands today, on the daily here, Mullen still just caught tremendously strongly under this downtrend resistance that it's been caught in, as we have it. I'm sure that there's plenty of different downtrend resistance lines you could place on here, but the one that we have here was initiated on July 14th of 2023 and has just shrugged off each and every candle and or wick that has stretched its way. Now we did have this lower line here of 47.47, which it pushed through. It had a low of 0.44 today. So, certainly could be looking for something. Oh, we got some daily activity on here. I'll get rid of that. Probably worth tossing a level in here. If it does continue to drop, the bottom of this candle body pretty solid on the wick of today's candle. And let me see if there's anything else interesting kind of happening. I mean, there could be a little bit of a level here at 4637, but we're so splitting hairs at that point. I would kind of wait for it to start putting in some additional activity before placing anything there. Now, if for whatever reason it does start to move back north, 5269 looks like a level that might be worth paying attention to, as could be this 5. Where should we place this? Say 5651. Now below this 4357, I mean, it's obviously from at least from what we were just reading, anything else seems really long shotty to make it work. So I don't know. I'll place something down there at 3901 just to signify that's where it most recently hit its low. And let's zoom into the 10 to sort of see how it respected these levels intraday today. So building a base off of this 4357 into open, struggled with that 4747, could have certainly faked some folks out there, but was able to regain support there. Had a hard time not saying regain compliance. And a run up here, I guess trying to stretch sort of toward that 56 range, but that's still quite far off. So kind of got caught mid-range between this 52, 56, couldn't sustain a base there and rejected, and then just kind of bled through into close. Now on the Thinkorswim study, it doesn't typically do well with lower price stocks here on the daily. Let's see if that has changed. If not, we'll go to the hour. Yep, see, just flat as a pancake. So let's go to the hour where we were and just kind of see as these hour candles get put in, how it's looking in the channel and with the setup here. So TTM squeeze indicator flipping into today from bearish, obviously big bearish momentum, to some sort of light bullish momentum that kind of sustained during the day. This continuing to kind of uptick even while the price was pulling back. So we'll see if that kind of amounts to anything. And it has this big range, this 180 to 200 EMA cloud up here that's situated in like the 60s. That would be a big form of resistance as well. Otherwise, it's situated itself right on the midline at the moment, right about where it closed, we could say. And then, not really being able to stretch out of the bounds of the channels in either direction throughout the day today. I know there's a little wick action there, but nothing sort of sustained like this, for example. So yeah, just sitting in the channel, sitting mid-range at the moment, sort of waiting potentially to make a decision. But, it's going to be largely sort of strategy from whatever moves internally the company can make, slash stock exchange listing requirements and what decisions are made there. This is what it looks like to me. Like I said, there's a lot of folks with a lot of commentary on the stories. So what the CEO is saying and what the delisting situation looks like, and share buyback and all this, there's a lot of accusations out there. So check in with others if you want to do a deep dive on those. But I'm mostly just chart and, but that's a pretty big news item. So I thought we would touch on it as well. All right, folks, I hope your trading week got off to a good start today. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.